Talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane is recorded in front of a live audience. This show is for mature audiences only. Well, hello. You are Talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I am Chet.
I'm Diane.
And we are an unlicensed sex therapist couple. We provide help to people who call in, and as well as any viewers who are watching that want to go ahead and chat with us. We will go ahead and answer questions. We didn't go to any official schooling for this, but we have had a whole lot of sex. We're a couple that is very in love, and we want to share our knowledge with the rest of the world. Tonight we have joining us Dr. Bexxx. How are you doing? It's been a while, Dr. Bexxx.
I'm good. Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, you always have this great glow to you. You always,
beautiful.
Yeah, yes, it's very, very pleasant. I mean, Peter's a great guy, but
yes, he is, but
yeah,
not the same.
You're much easier on the eyes than having our other guests on. Speaking of good looking, we also have our amazing producer, Wells Starnacki. How you doing tonight, Wells?
Shucks, guys. I'm well. How are you?
Great. You are back in, you're in New York? Still in New York?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Still in New York.
Wow. You told us before the show you went on a date. Is that correct?
Yeah. I went on a date.
Congrats.
It went really well.
Out in the NYC there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
She was even more beautiful than her profile picture.
wow.
So
That is
that was,
rare.
yeah.
That is rare.
that is rare.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wow. So
Yeah.
anything special that you want to talk about with that, or?
as the two of you know, there's certain sex acts that I don't like to do unless I'm really into someone. And I think she's definitely potentially one of those people. So maybe she's the one.
So
We'll
wait.
see.
Say that again. You don't like certain
Sex acts he doesn't like to perform on.
oh, okay.
Unless he really likes a woman.
So it's oral sex. So she doesn't like it either? Or no. You're saying that
He doesn't like to perform it unless he really likes the girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
you guys, as you guys know, I'm a little scared of vaginas. Just putting my face right up to them. And so I only like to do that with women that I'm very attracted to or in love with. And I think she right now is in that first category. And that's pretty exciting, for me at least. I don't meet a woman like that every day.
Yeah. Dr. Bexxx, what have you been up to? It's been several months, but great to have you on. How is your practice going?
It's going good. I am not scared of vaginas.
Neither is Diane, and nor is I.
Yeah, so that's good. Also not scared of penises, but I understand the hesitancy. It's confusing down there. But I've been doing great. My practice is going strong. Still online with the Zoom.
Nothing in person yet?
No, nothing yet, which is fine. I feel like a lot of my clients find it a lot easier just to kind of log on and not deal with traffic.
Yeah.
So whatever lessens that traffic anxiety, I'm all for.
Well, also just like having to sit in that room, it's kind of, there's a lot of anxiety sitting in there. It's a very calm and peaceful room. I don't know how your practice is with that little, you know what I'm talking about, the waiting room where you have the buttons on the wall that call your therapist and stuff. And then you have all the magazines, and there's usually like a noise machine or something like that with calming music. But even that, just being like, oh man, what am I going to talk about? What is she going to think about this of me, or something like that? And you don't have that. You just log on, and then all of a sudden they're there, and you're done chatting, and you feel good, and then you go on with your day. So
yeah, and it's convenient for me because I don't have to leave the house.
There you go. It's a plus win. What kind of advice would you give to Wells there? How would you ease his fear of vaginas?
Well, I think
No.
I think he answered it because it's not that he's. I mean, yes, we could call it that he's scared, but really it comes down to him having to be comfortable with someone. You know, so for him, oral sex is very intimate, and a lot of people, different sex acts are more intimate than others. Some people find kissing very intimate, so you have to be just comfortable in order to get to that stage. So it's fun to make fun of him, tell him that he's scared of vaginas, but really he just wants to be comfortable with someone before getting intimate, and I applaud that.
They are really sticky Joker lips, so for me to put my mouth on it, it's just a lot.
Are you going
Wait.
down on a female
Or-
Jack Nicholson or
So
something?
yeah. Does he say?
Just-
Are you scared there's gonna be like? Do you want to know how I got
Got
these
these
scars? Like, do you want to see a magic trick?
Yeah, to go along with the Jack Nicholson reference, it's more like maybe The Shining, where the blood comes out of the elevator.
Well,
Here's labia.
don't have sex with a female while they're on their period. That would be.
They're
feel
always,
I mean,
Well,
it's always
that-
there. I actually don't mind having sex with women on their periods.
it's not a big deal. It happens. So
Yeah,
what were
no.
you saying, Dr. Bexxx?
Well, I was just wondering, Wells, the first time that you ever went down on a woman, was she on her period?
No, but it was really bad for some
Okay.
reason.
Yeah, well, I feel like
Yeah.
you have some vagina PTSD.
Mm-hmm. Did it
Just
taste
from
bad?
that first time, because like other women, it's been good.
Mhm.
Just that first time was very bad. It tasted very bad.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess cleanliness.
Cleanliness
yeah,
is important.
That's very important.
When you're going down on a
Yeah.
partner, male or female.
Yeah, I mean, because
Yeah.
a lot of guys like to give females a bad rap about
But
having,
who?
but
Men's.
men's can have, especially if you're uncircumcised. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't clean properly underneath your foreskin, it will smell like a fish.
Like a fisherman's
yeah,
ward.
yeah, a really bad fisherman's
Wow.
wharf there. Yeah,
I'm like, I'll go down on you one time. He really smelled. He didn't shower. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
you gotta wash that thing.
yeah. That's just
I think we were on vacation.
Yeah, that's how it was. Though. It's just we were out and about and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then you open up your pants and you're like, "Whoa, man, that's bad." And then you gotta go. It's all right.
Really
if you
seals
wash up.
in the flavor.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
It's okay if you go wash up before you have sex.
It's
You
not
know.
a problem.
Urinate. Urinating if you don't want to have sex with a full bladder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, if you're doing anal, it's probably a good idea just to empty out your bowels if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Don't force anything out, but if you have something in there, go ahead and take the time to get that out before you have anything to do with anal in there. So, Wells, do you think we helped you out there? Or you still just like you're only going down on a girl if
I mean, at this point, I don't really think I need help with anything, but
Okay,
we'll see.
good.
We'll see if this becomes a relationship and progresses, and if Dr. Bexxx can help me with anything. But my mouth is still pretty far away from that vagina, literally and figuratively. So
Okay.
see how it goes.
Okay.
What about you guys? How is your relationship going? Anything Dr. Bexxx could help with?
Well, we have took the Dr. Bexxx sex challenge about
No sex for a week.
no sex for a week, and we did it, and yeah, I don't know, we're more on the fact that we want to go ahead and have sex. We have been doing a lot of our multiple orgasms lately. Those are
Enjoyable. They knock me out.
So the thing is, with the multiple orgasm, with the male, it is achievable, and so you have something. All men have. It's called a PC muscle. It goes from your pelvic bone to your coccyx, your tailbone, and this muscle surrounds your prostate, and it also controls your ability to urinate. You can pinch off your urine stream with this. So if you strengthen that muscle, there's some strengthening exercises that you can do by tightening that while you actually urinate. And so while you to train yourself to do the multiple orgasm, you can masturbate, and then while you masturbate, you can go ahead and you can stop right before the point of no return when you ejaculate, and then you can go ahead and you calm yourself, you breathe to bring down your heart rate, and then also you flex that PC muscle to stop your ejaculation. So ejaculating is just a form of it's an involuntary reflex. We got to separate orgasms from ejaculation, because ejaculation is a product of the orgasm. So if you can just control your actual orgasm without ejaculating, then you can have multiple orgasms. So when you flex this PC muscle right before you get to that point of no return, at first it won't exactly feel like you're like anything, but over time, as the more you do this, you will reach somewhat of an orgasm, and you could keep on doing that until you can reach up to 9, 10 multiple orgasms as a male, just as a female can. So it's something that takes a lot of practice and a lot of work. And Diana and I were practicing that today, and it was a lot of fun. We had a good sex day. Do we have a caller coming in?
Yeah, so that is Charlotte. She's having an issue with queefing during sex.
Ooh. Okay, then. Hello, you're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I am Chet.
I'm Diane.
And is this Charlotte?
This is her.
Hi, Charlotte. How are you doing?
I'm okay. To be honest, I've had 5 White Claws, so I'm a little tipsy. I'm a little embarrassed to talk to you guys, but I'm desperate.
No problem. Well, Diane's drinking a White Claw, and I always am drinking my my bourbon. But we hear that you're having a problem with queefing. Is there a scientific term for that term there, Dr. Bexxx?
No, I feel like the only term that I've ever used is queefing.
Yeah.
It's kind of become mainstream as the way to describe. It's just air that's exiting the vagina.
Yeah, it's not even really vaginal flatulence. It's just, yeah, why not? Let's just say queefing. I don't know.
Fine, yeah.
I just try to be PC, but, who cares? So we have a problem queefing while you're having sex. Is that correct?
Yes, it's pretty much nonstop.
Oh.
Oh, wow, nonstop. Something that's more than normal.
I'm talking like the entire time that I am fucking a guy, it does not stop. And he thinks that every single guy, they think that I am farting, and I'm not. I'm not farting. My vagina's farting, but my ass isn't farting.
Got it. I understand.
So it's kind of like the hiccups of the vagina you have.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So,
yeah.
Well, first of all, it's like Diane and I always say, like, you want to be with somebody who
accepts your bodily functions. I mean, that's just a normal thing.
Yeah, and I've said this on the show before that, I mean, when Diane first slept over and she was sleeping, I mean, she did this cute little fart right on my penis while we were spooning, and I was like, she's a keeper. She's the one for me.
That's the one.
Yeah, and so you want to be with somebody who's okay with whatever your body is or however your body functions, and it's perfectly normal to queef while having sex. I guess if yours happens all the time, I mean, have you tried other positions at all?
Like missionary?
Yeah. What position are you usually doing when you are having sex there?
We have tried everything, and what sucks is I will have sex with the guy once, and then after this happens, I never hear from him again.
Oh, well, that could be several factors, but I mean, I guess that would be one.
What?
Biggest. Well, I mean, no. Usually, guys like to ghost a lot after they have sex, just because of. Where are you calling from? Are you in LA? Because it's really bad in LA like that with men.
Yeah. I'm actually in my rich friend's gym right now, hiding from the rest of my friends because I'm so embarrassed.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's lucky you. But so I would definitely say try different positions. If you're only having, a doggy style will definitely have more queefing than missionary, just because of how
position.
The position is of your vaginal opening becomes opening when you cock up the hips. It exposes the vagina more, and so once the penis goes in, it pushes air in, and then it has to come out. You just can't. Your vagina can't absorb air. So
also, what you can do is make the guy wait a while before he has you. Make him earn it, so that when you do start queefing, he's gonna love it.
Exactly. Make him fall for you and actually care for you. And so once you get to that point where he is, experiencing your queefs, he doesn't care. You can also try oral if you can't resist somebody. Just like, you know what, I'm not ready for sex. I just want to do oral, and just say, you know what, I don't want anything in me because I feel fingers hurt or something like that. And
I'm not going to tell him that. No.
Okay. Well, have you queefed from just penetration from fingers or just penises?
Yes, and I even queef when I'm at the yoga studio too. It's really
that does happen.
embarrassing.
Yes, you do a certain move,
and every Yes, and every time I go to my doctor, I've gone to several different doctors actually, and it never happens when they examine me. They don't believe me.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. Dr.
Dr.
Bexxx, what would you say there?
Well, Charlotte, first and foremost, it's so normal what's happening to you. Like, it happens to every woman. It's happening to you a lot. You know, it seems like it's happening every time. But it is normal. And unfortunately, there's nothing that you can really do. Like, there's no pill that you could take. There's no perfect position. But you should, like they were saying, restrain from doggy style, as well as any position that has your legs up in the air and open a lot, because air can get in there faster. It happens a lot when you change positions, so missionary would probably be best. And what I can recommend is, like, maybe having sex in a jacuzzi or in water or in the shower. I know that water sex is not always the most comfortable, but bring lube. But maybe, especially in the shower when there's other noises happening, I would also bring it up to your partner that this happens, and hopefully you guys can just laugh it off, because there is no magic pill to take it away. But, you know, humor in the bedroom is still a wonderful thing, and it's nothing to be embarrassed about, because it is very normal what you're going through.
Yeah. It's great when
it is.
Stuff like this happens with Diane and I. We laugh, and then we have a good laugh, and it turns both of us on. There'll be times when we're in bed and we're not even like, oh, I'm not really horny, I'm not horny. And then, you know, one of us will pass some gas.
Like,
or,
oh, you're so gross.
Yeah, and then we'll just start laughing, and we make out, and then we have sex. And so for us, it's actually a turn on, because we enjoy laughing with each other, and I love hearing her laugh, and so it's something that brings us together, basically. So
okay.
Charlotte, it doesn't seem like that might be the right answer for you, or
it's just so hard being upfront, you know, to somebody that I'm just meeting about that. But it does make me feel better that it's normal.
Yeah, but also sex in itself is an intimate thing. So if you're already deciding to take that step with someone, then, you know, you should be able to talk about what goes on with you. And perhaps you'll meet a guy that, like, maybe he has something too that is also normal, but that just happens to him, that he would feel open to sharing. And it could be something that you both could share, that's something that's funny and brings you closer together.
Yeah, I mean, some guys they have really bad O faces, or like they have a weird loud orgasm. Like, everyone's different, and you know, some men are ashamed of their penis just because every penis is like a snowflake. It's different.
Come in all shapes and sizes.
Everything, even vaginas come in all shapes and sizes. There's no two that are alike, and we just got to be proud of what we have. Be proud of
no body shaming or
not at all.
Like that.
And if you happen to have some extra air come out of your vagina when you have sex, then that's just who you are, and you should just own it. There's a lot of women who can ejaculate, who can actually spray liquid really far in a lot of it, and that's who they are, and they own
thank
it.
God I don't have that problem.
Well, I wouldn't call it a problem. It's just something that's unique, or that's just who they are. So no,
it's pretty gross. It's pretty gross.
What are you, a female ejaculation?
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Okay. Well, hopefully you can latch onto that, maybe?
There you go. You don't have that problem.
You don't have that problem. You're in pretty good shape, so.
Yep.
You're still there, Charlotte? Okay. Well, I don't want to keep you from your friends there.
We helped you somehow.
Yeah. Do you think you got pointed in the right direction there?
Yeah. I think, yeah, you're right. I will talk to them first.
Yeah, there you go. Just be
you know,
open, honest.
I'm 40 and I'm horny, and you know, I don't have much time left. So, you know, but that's fine. I will try your advice.
Are you dying?
Yeah.
No, I'd like to maybe have a baby.
Left. Oh,
Dr.
baby.
Oh,
Got it.
We thought you were
Okay,
dying.
I'm sorry. When you said you didn't have much time left, I needed verification.
Yeah, yeah, we were a little worried there for a second. It's like, well, I mean, sure, you have as much sex as you can before you go out, but no, that makes sense to have a baby. Yeah. Well, especially if you have, if you want to have a child, you should want to have a child with a man
who
loves you
and respects you,
and that's not going to be somebody who shames you for having queefs when you have sex. So.
Make them wait a little longer. 3 months before you sleep with them, I would say.
Yeah.
3 months?
3 months. And if they really care about you, they will wait. They will wait. And that, believe me, you'll get them then.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Charlotte, I hope you're...
Well, I love your show. So I'm going to trust you guys. And I can't wait for Dr. Bexx's new book.
Oh, great.
Oh, good.
Great. I didn't know about this book. When is that coming out, Dr. Bexxx?
January.
January. That's great.
Okay.
Oh, well, we don't want you to go ahead and spoil anything. I don't know if you want to say the name of it before we head out, and then
we're still working on it.
Yeah,
still working on it.
It says code name book. So, but Charlotte, thank you so much for calling in. I hope you have a safe night, and just be open with all of your partners there, and you'll find a guy who will actually love you for who you are. So I can guarantee it if you just keep at it.
Okay, thank you guys.
No problem. Be safe out there. Have a good night.
You too.
Wow. That, I don't know. I was more surprised when she was, when she's like, oh, the female ejaculation's gross. So it's like, well, we just had this whole conversation about, accepting bodies and stuff and accepting your body. But
I think female ejaculation is hot.
You think it's hot? All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
There was a lot to unpack with that comment that she made. And if she were in a session with me, we would definitely, we would have many sessions about that for sure. Well, because it is something that, a lot of people are, mostly females are disgusted by, but as you males just said, like, it's super hot. So, there's a stigma against female ejaculation, and it's just part of our culture.
Yeah.
I have not to experience it personally. I've heard that it's like a mess, but I am down to experience that mess someday.
Well, you made your high school girlfriend ejaculate.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I was eating her out, and she was on a recliner, and I was upside down, and it went all in my nose, and then I came up, and it was just like snot come out.
Did you know that was going to happen?
I did not.
You didn't know that she ejaculated?
No. Oh, well, that was the only time that it happened. But well, it's weird. It's not exactly. It's not vaginal fluid. The female ejaculate correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Bexxx. It's a different type of fluid, and I've tried to read up on it on how it actually squirts. People can make it squirt 4 feet. We saw one docuseries, where a girl could fill up one of those kiddie pools by ejaculating, and we watched it. Yeah, she just sat there and masturbated, and she was in front of this huge crowd of people, and she could fill up bathtubs and stuff with her ejaculate. I was like,
was she exhausted afterwards? Is she dehydrated?
I feel like she would be dehydrated. How can you have that much body fluid in you? She must be pounding gallons of water before she gets on and does this. Yeah, but I can imagine it being a problem if you weren't prepared, but there is some preparation, just waterproof sheets. As a guy, if you ejaculate if you do the withdrawal method, you are gonna have a towel nearby, and just have a towel and just put it over once she starts. If that's not okay, if a lot of guys just want it on them, and that's kind of hot, just like I guess like a female cocky or something, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much. I forget what exactly the makeup is, but it's not urine.
Yeah.
And
it's not lubrication either. It's not urine. It's not lubrication. It's very strange. It's not strange. It's just different. It's just something that's there's not a lot of research on it right now. So
there's a wonderful book called The Clitoral Truth.
I'm currently reading that. I just got it.
So when you get to, I feel like chapter 4 or 5, they talk about it, and they really go in depth about it. And it's something that, you know, women can train themselves to do, but also a woman should not feel like if she can't do it, it doesn't change her orgasm. You know, if a woman can ejaculate, it's not like she has better orgasm. So it's just something that women are able to do. And, you know, if they're with someone that can appreciate it, then that's awesome.
Yeah. Something we need to work on.
Yeah, well, we got to go ahead and take a look at that clitoral truth and restart reading that together. We were reading this other book today about like together, and that was kind of hot. But do we have anybody else on the call board there, Wells?
Yeah, we have Ricky calling from Whittier, and he wants to talk about grooming.
Grooming. All right. Hello, you are Talking Sex Live. I am Chet.
I'm Diane.
And is this Ricky?
Yes. My name is Ricky.
All right.
Ricky from Whittier, you know. Whittier, we're shittier. But,
Whittier. It takes a while to get over to Whittier from the freeway. It's not the easiest place to get to. But what? So you have a question about grooming, or you just want to talk about grooming?
No, I got a couple questions, you know, a couple little conversation points. Just kind of want to ease right on into this thing,
sure.
You know, first of all, you know, great show. I'm a long-time stalker, first-time caller.
Oh, stalking us. I like that. Yeah, a little bit of exhibitionism there, huh?
Yeah, so, you know, my thing is, you know, I like grooming my partners, you know, like, shaving designs into their hair.
Cool.
You know, into their pubic region, you know, and, you know, and what the opinion that I wanted to get, I wanted to see what type of designs do you think, you know, work best or the most attractive? You know, trying to feel out some new things, seeing which is the best thing. And I'm talking about, you know, for men and women, because hey, everybody can have a little bit of art. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah. I mean, Diane.
It depends on the artist. I personally like to just.
Yeah, she's
shave
just
everything.
Bald all the time, just waxing, and that's just what we prefer. So much friction and going on in there.
He's down there a lot.
And so
it's just easier.
It's I feel bad for her because my stubble gets on her vagina, but then she doesn't want any stubble on my face. But I mean, to me, a nice bald vagina is just, it's so smooth and soft, and it just is a huge turn on to me. But I mean, you can just have the labia and the vulva completely hairless there and have a design up on top. I think that's very attractive. Some type of arrow or lightning bolt or some type of strip design, maybe some type of V.
V for vagina.
There you go, V for vagina. I mean, for men, I guess.
I've always been.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I've always been partial to, you know, having a little message written there. You know,
really?
Like
just have. Yeah, you know, like, you know, maybe it's a, you know, maybe it's a quote. Maybe it's, you know, maybe it's just some stars and a heart there.
Wow, you're getting really
you know,
in depth
maybe
with
you know,
this.
just maybe, you know, from feeling a little frisky, I just like to put some whiskers there, you know, some whiskers for the kitty.
It's like almost like face painting, but with your pubic hair, but on your vagina. Instead of, like, you could do like Spider-Man or something like that. You could do some webbing.
You could do like a web, because, you know, it's all about that artistic sexual expression. You know what I mean? You know.
So we
were at there was one that I had like a target. So, you know, it's like, you know, you pull out, you try to score points.
Oh, yeah. And you ejaculate, and then you see where your cum lands, and then that's how many points you get. I like that. That sounds like a fun idea. We usually have a guy named Peter on who goes to a lot of like naked sex parties, and there's Halloween parties that you can go to, but they're nude Halloween parties. And so that would be a great idea to propose to that community. I can shave your pubic hair so that it can be a costume. And so if someone's more like gothic, you know, you could do like a pentagram or something. If they're like a vampire, it would maybe the same thing. There's just a whole realm of characters that are out there that you can go ahead and shave into the parts. I feel like as a man, I'm more of like humorous when it comes to how my pubes would look. I would just want it to be like
a ha-ha or something.
Yeah, just like a face or something like that, like where my like the dick is the nose, and just put some eyeballs up where my pubes are or something.
Yeah,
like
the eyeballs
Gonzo
and the
then?
glasses.
Yeah, like a Gonzo dick. That would be kind of
Yeah.
funny, right?
I guess.
Would that not turn you on,
Yeah, but
Diane? All right,
you
never
know,
mind.
because see, then maybe while you're down there, you know, it's like a, you know, you can just pretend like, you know, it's like a face, like you're clean, you know, maybe like you're just sucking on somebody's nose,
Yeah.
you know, you know, you can pretend it's a Muppet, you know, but see, I like to take it a step further, you know, because you know with the male form, you know, there's a few different things you can do with the designs on top, but then also you can't forget, you can't forget about the taint. You gotta, you can kind of groom that too. I partial to the Moses design, where it's like it's parting of the Red Sea.
Okay.
You know, and so you just spread, you get some gel, you just kind of spread the hair off to the side, and you see the ridge of everything right there.
Okay.
It's like the Red Sea has been parted on the way, on the way to your journey.
Got it. Do
All
you
right.
do you dye? Do you dye the hair? I always find when females dye their pubic hair, it's very sexy. Like if they, because
beware of putting bleach on.
yeah,
it.
I guess you
It'll
can't do
burn.
that. I saw Dr. Bexxx as being like, no.
Well,
But-
my sister dyed
Yeah.
her pubes when she was
Yeah.
a teenager, and
yeah,
it burnt.
it
Oh
burns.
no!
there's-
Put the
Oh.
bleach on, and she dyed
Yeah.
it
There's
purple.
kits that you can buy. I think
Not
it's called
good.
Betty something or other, where they are safe to dye
Oh.
your
That's good.
That's
hair.
good.
That's good. Yes.
Yeah, because there's a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
you
those.
can do all kinds of colors.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. I guess in terms of unicorn, or like a lot of colors in the beard and stuff. So you can color your pubes, and I don't know. I just really thought it was super hot when a girl had blonde hair like Diane here, and then her pubes were also blonde. I think I saw that in a Playboy when I was a young, in my adolescent, and I just that just ingrained in my head and was as super
Yeah,
hot.
it's like that.
So.
That whole carpets matching the drapes thing,
Yeah,
or
but you can
Diane's
do
case, the hardwood floor.
different colors going on. Just that would make different pictures. I guess if you had instead, because you're working in basically black or white, where the black would be your hair color, pubic hair color, and the white would be whatever your skin color is. I'm not saying just you're a white pigment person, but just if it's a two-toned kind of
It works for everything. I know what
Yeah.
you're saying, baby. I know what
but
you're
if
saying.
you
It's all
if you
good.
go ahead and put in other colors in there, then you have your RGB or your CMYK type of picture instead of just a black and white picture, and then you have a full on Van Gogh style pubic hair area right there. That would be quite amazing.
You have the
actually.
whole thing, and
Yeah.
and then when there's more hair, you can do different things. You can have braids. You can have
Oh, yeah.
you can have all kinds of different styles. You can
Mhm.
have a little ombre thing going there.
Mhm.
It's nice where it's like you just and frosted tips.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other thing that's always so nice is when you have matching art between the
Oh, yeah.
partners.
Yeah,
So
then
that when
can
you
make a
put
picture.
everything together, maybe you make not just a picture, but a portrait.
Oh,
A portrait
God.
of lovemaking.
That
A
sounds
portrait
great.
of art.
That we might have to get your
Yes,
services, and I might have to.
We'll
I
have
mean,
to reach out to you
Yeah.
after this. With
Yeah.
Wells.
I do all kinds of couple shaving and everything. It's a thing. It's nice. And if Dr. Bexxx wants to get in there, Dr. Bexxx, I will shave you for free.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Oh, Dr.
Thank you,
Bexxx.
Ricky.
Wow, look at that.
Ricky, I love what you're doing and how positive this is. When Chet was talking about the Halloween parties, all I could think was like, you're kind of like the pumpkin carver of pubic hair. Like
Mhm.
I'm imagining that you could do anything from like floral ivy to like the bat signal. Like it
Oh, wow,
sounds like
yeah.
you're very talented, and I think
The-
you're on the right track. And what it comes down to is like you know, if for you and your partners, like what's going to turn them on and what's going to turn you on, you know? It sounds like what you're doing is fantastic, and it's kind of, you know, taking away the shame that a lot of, at least women, have about their vaginas, and making it into the art that it really is and should be appreciated as. So I applaud you for what you're doing.
Yeah, you know, because see, then it could be a thing. You know, I have a client. They come out about every 90 days or so. You know, once there's been substantial growth, and you know, they like to surprise their partner with a different message, each time. I think one of my fondest memories of one of these was when a young lady asked me to design "My Daddy Will Kill You," in her hair, because you know she wanted to scare off a lover, or just wanted to send a message, because you know there was just some things going on. I try not to ask. I want everyone to live their life, but you know, sometimes, you know, knowing a little bit about their persona, their aura, all of that just adds into the experience, and I just let the art flow through me, so that people can then flow through them. You know, now my next question, just like to ask both of you, well, actually all three of you.
And
I want
Wells
you to tell me
is here too.
what would your
sorry.
what would your design be?
So
So if you're
I'd like a music symbol.
Oh yeah, and I would
music
arrange.
symbol, okay.
Like a quarter note.
Yeah.
Are we talking about a double clef, a treble clef?
Or just maybe just a full music scale, like have some scales.
That's a lot.
Well, this guy seems super talented, so maybe he would be able to. Ricky, would you be able to put a full scale of, actual, like a little, a short, like 5, 6 note, 8 note melody there on her?
I'm thinking maybe a sonata, like
a full sonata in
fifth.
pubes. Wow. I would probably have to do like something that would arrange would make my genitals look like some type of instrument. I don't know, maybe like if my penis was like a xylophone mallet, or I don't know, or a trumpet somehow. I don't know how maybe a tuba, or a sousaphone, French horn, something like that. I'm sure you're talented.
Yeah, I could do a saxophone, and then have, or maybe something like that, and then the hair could be in the design of Mr. Kenny G.
Oh, Kenny G. That would be quite amazing. Yeah, that seems doable. I'll go for that.
And what about you, good doctor?
Dr. Bexxx.
I'm picturing, I think I would want a wave that's sort of crashing down, and then dolphins frolicking.
I like that. It's like you're at the beach.
I dated a girl who had a tram stamp that was like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine that she would pick something that was more of like a water sign for all the juices that flow. Yes, I like that.
So
I like that very
much. Wells, our producer, on. Wells, what would you like there?
I would like a picture of Bob Ross painting a picture.
Oh, that's brilliant. I guess, Wells, you didn't really chime in on this. What do you prefer for females with their pubic hairs? What do you prefer?
I prefer them clean shaven.
Oh yeah.
To be honest.
It's all right.
I feel somewhat misogynistic saying that, but it is my preference.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, that's what you prefer.
Yeah.
So
with the blank canvas to use your own paint.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or your own taint. It doesn't make any sense. But
that's what I was referring to in the first place.
Okay, good. Well, Ricky, I hope we helped you out there, gave you some inspiration. I feel like you're doing really good work. You can always email us at talkinsexlive@gmail.com, and we will for sure maybe take you up on your services there, and maybe have have you come over and shave some designs in, so we could take some great pictures of our genitals, Diane and I, that will match. That seems like a great idea. I think you're doing great work there, my friend.
Well, thank you. Because then even with that, I can get one of my partners to then make a painting of those pictures.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
Well, Ricky, from Whittier, have a good night and stay sex positive and stay safe out there, my friend.
Thank you, Ricky.
You all the same.
Thanks. Oh wow, that was different. We haven't had anybody. I just thought when you said grooming there, Wells, I thought it was
needed
just like
help with manscaping.
But this guy is next level, and I really
loved
appreciate
it.
Yeah,
I loved it. I had so many just visuals in my mind of what he could do. I think it's beautiful. And again, I feel like he's very positive and like showing that the vagina, penis is an art form.
Exactly.
Like, celebrate it.
It's exonerating it. It's adding to it. It's making it more beautiful. It's just like tattoos. But some people don't want to get. I mean, I have tattoos just because that's just what I chose to do. But if you, the thing about pubic hair and all hair, it all grows back unless you're a balding male. But it will grow back down there, and so you can shave it, and it's something fun that you can continue to do. You can dye it with what you preferred there, Dr. Bexxx. Yeah, and it's all right if you don't like to be any hair down there. I try to keep all my pubic hair completely not bald, but
just trimmed.
Easy
to work around when I'm down there.
Yeah, for Diane, I don't want her to have any pubes in her mouth when she happens to go down there, and so I'm trying to keep it really low profile and clean and trimmed. We were talking about Smooth My Balls razor. If you were looking for something to trim up that place, Smooth My Balls is the way to do it. We have just a couple more minutes here, then we'll say goodnight. But Wells, you were kind of pondering this whole male multiple orgasm. Do you feel that we discussed it enough for you, or do you want to know more?
I actually Googled it.
Oh yeah?
While we were talking about it. So yeah, I've been reading up on it now too.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, they're like smaller orgasms.
Yeah,
you can have multiple ones.
But it gets really in depth with it. Like, so.
Have you achieved it yet?
Well, I'm getting close.
We practiced today.
Yeah, practiced today.
Didn't have multiple.
So
ones.
it's weird. Like, I mean, I did come close to orgasming, and I pulled away, and I engaged my PC muscle there, and so what the Taoists believed is that that you really shouldn't ejaculate. You should just find a place where you're comfortable with ending sex. So if both you and your partner happen to go ahead and achieve these multiple orgasms, just you find a natural ending point where you're just kind of like, well, that was fun, and we're just going to end, and the male doesn't have to actually ejaculate. But if you do ejaculate, what you find instead, I mean, when I ejaculate after I have sex, I'm knocked out. I'm wiped out. But they were saying, the Taoists believe is when you ejaculate after you have multiple orgasms, you're not as tired. You don't lose that energy. It gets really in depth with like chi and focusing your sexual energy to have like full body orgasms or even out of body orgasms, which is like super advanced. We haven't gotten into that yet. But if you want to go ahead and read more about it, there's a book that's called
Multiple Orgasm
for the couple. There's also one for the man. There's also one for the women.
The multiple orgasmic male and the female.
And
if you go to thriftbooks.com, you can get them for pretty cheap.
Yeah, or Amazon or your favorite bookstore. I don't know about bookstores, but sure.
Well, that's where I got ours.
Yeah. So, Dr. Bexxx, do you have any thing to add to that at all?
I think it's great. I would love to see how this journey works out for you too, because I know that you're just a few chapters in. But what's wonderful is that you both are into this. Like you're doing it together. So this goes back to my thoughts on intimacy between the two of you. Of like you're doing it, like you're creating this intimacy without ejaculation. But you're getting to a place where you could have multiple orgasms. My only advice is, keep at it and don't get frustrated if it doesn't work, because you're gonna have an orgasm anyway, so don't worry about it. And for females, it's a lot easier for us to have multiple orgasms, but not every woman likes that. Like some women are one and done, and that's fine. And it's the same for like men. I mean, a lot of them are one and done, but then there are other men like you, Chet, that are trying to achieve more. So I think as long as you guys continue on this journey together, and communicate what's going on. This sounds like a wonderful thing for you two to do, and I'm really excited to see or hear or see whatever.
If you want to come over and watch, we're
see what you guys do. Yeah,
that's okay.
I'm really excited.
The Zoom camera in the bedroom.
Yeah, why not? Like we are right now, but we're just naked. Anyway, it's called sexual kung fu because kung fu just means practice in Chinese, and Taoism is a Chinese philosophy.
The way,
yin and yang, yin meaning female, yang meaning male, and it's something that they it very well explored as men and women's sexuality. And if you want to look more into it, like we're not Taoist or anything, it's more of just a philosophy than a religion. It's just a way of living, and we feel that's perfectly fine. It's something just to enhance your life, and that's what it is prolonging and healing through sexual health. And so we'll go ahead and end our show there. All this talk about this has made both of us really horny. So thank you, Dr. Bexxx. It's been a while, and we are very grateful to have you on. It's super great to have you here. And Wells, as always, thank you so much for producing. I hope you do well in New York there. Have a good night, everybody, and stay safe. Be sex positive, and thank you so much.